Hey guys, Michaelrd09 here, and today I'm going to be doing a new series called How to Code. Though I'm learning as I go. It's basically going to be me learning how to code, and then you're able to learn from that. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to learn how to do something, and then I'll do a video on it after I'm certain that I fully understand what's going on. So let's go ahead and get started. So first off, on IntelliJ, you would make your project, go to your source file. I have no idea why I kept this. I'm going to delete. Okay. I don't care if there's not a safe delete. 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 Delete wherever it is. There it is. Delete anyway. Alright, now delete, yes. Now I need to delete this. Okay, so we've got our source file. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to New, Package, and now what I normally do is com.my username, so mrd_gaming, or no, I'll just do I normally just do mrd. What am I talking about? But just make it your username or whatever you want. com.mrd. And then the name of it. So tutorial. Like that. So now, okay. So now we go to the package, new Java class, and then we're going to name this one core. So now what we need to do is, while that is, oh no, let me just X out of that. Alright, so we're going to go to project structure before we go any further, and we are going to go to this Java, so libraries Java under the plus, then go to wherever your spigot server.jar is. Okay. So now apply. Okay. And now we're able to say under public class core extends Java plugin and then import it. So now we'll hit enter, and now on the next line what we're going to want to do is public void on enable, or actually wait, no, what we want to do here is at, or no, not another one, at override. So now we're going to say in here, when the plugin enables, we're going to say system.out.println tutorial v1.0 is now loading, or is now enabled. And then in that. So basically what we've done so far is we've made an onEnable void, which basically says whenever you enable the server or turn on the server, and it loads the plugin, it's going to say in the console system.out.println or print line, it's going to say tutorial v1.0 is now enabled. And you can make it whatever you want, whatever you're naming your plugin. So now we're just going to enter again like that, move down, public void on disable, spelled correctly, and then put bracket system.out.println tutorial v1.0 is now disabled. Now that one is not required, as you don't need anything on disable necessarily, or at least from my understanding you don't need that, but I like to have it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over to our package com.mrd.tutorial, and we're going to say new Java class, and then this is going to be our first CMD. So I'm going to name it tutorial CMD. And make sure to capitalize your classes. It's better for avoiding it thinking that you're talking about a void once you get into more advanced stuff. So now here we're going to say implements, command executor. And now once you do that, you're able to hit Alt and Enter at the same time. Implement methods. Okay. And then it'll load this. So then I just change it to return true, like that. Command sender I change to sender. Command CMD, string label, string brackets args. So now we're going to say if label dot equals ignore case, and then we're going to say tutorial, and then do that. If sender instance of player, import player, player equals player sender. And now we're going to say player.send message. And before we go into the actual message, we're going to come up here and type import static org.bukkit.chatcolor.star, like so. And then hit enter. I like to separate these, you don't have to. So now, because of that, we're able to type in whatever color we want. Like this, we're able to say aqua plus, and then just empty quotes, plus bold, plus, and then what you want it to say. So in this case, tutorial, plus gold, plus, and then I'll make it an arrow like that. That worked well. Plus, yellow, plus you are currently using tutorial v1.0 by Michaelrd_gaming. So basically what I'm saying in doing this is if label.equals ignore case means if the sent command is equal to tutorial, then and the sender instance of player, meaning if the sender is a player, then do the following, which is and then we make the object for the player, player equals player sender. So it's saying get the sender whenever I type player. So then player.send message, it's getting the sender and sending them a message saying in aqua and bold tutorial, and then in gold an arrow, and then in yellow you are currently using tutorial v1.0 by MRD Gaming. And so now what I like to do is if it is not a player, then I send the console a message, and you can make it send the message from above just without the chat colors. So you could say tutorial, you are currently using tutorial v1.0 by MRD Gaming, and then just end it, and that way it'll send the console that message. And when I say else after sender instance of player, that's basically saying that the that basically means that it will have to be the console, so it'll automatically send the message to the console. So what I normally do is, instead of doing something like that, because I won't be able to do that for all commands, instead I just say this. You can come up with something else, but I normally just say this. Silly console commands are for kids. And yeah, so you've got the command boolean and everything set up. So now we've got everything for this command set up. So we go in here, get command, and then we're going to name the command name, which is tutorial.setExecutor, and then in here new, and then tutorial CMD, as it is the class that tutorial is inside. So what this is going to do is it's going to get the information from the other class saying that the command is tutorial, and it's going to run the command boolean in that class. So now there's one more step. We go back to our source folder here and go to new, file, plugin.yml, and now we're going to say name, Michaelrd Gaming, or no, I've got that wrong. Name tutorial, so that's going to be the plugin name. Author, Michaelrd Gaming. Let me just quickly make sure that I'm showing you this right. Alright, so it would be version next. So 1.0. And then after author, I'm going to say main, and then this is going to be the main class. So inside of the package com.mrd.tutorial, my main class that I'm going to run everything from is core, so I do .core at the end. So now I go down, let me make sure, yeah, it is 2 spaces, so I always have trouble with this. Alright, so 2 forward, and we're going to say tutorial, 2 forward, so 2 spaces in between, and we're going to say description, and then the description is going to say basic tutorial command, like that. So now what I'm going to be able to do is I can save this, go to file, project structure, artifacts, jar from modules with dependencies. Okay. Delete the extracted spigot server.jar. And by the way, you can do this with Bukkit as well. So build on make, and I'm going to change the location to be Michael desktop, like so. So now I'll do apply, okay, and then I'm going to go over here and make the project. Alright, so now that it's done, I'm going to load this onto my server, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, I'm back and I'm on my server. As you can see, I've got a bit of stuff on the side about Codex SMP. That's just a side project that I've been working on for coding practice. I'm not completely sure if it'll be used or not for anything. If anything, I'll probably just do a short series on it. And just invite a few of my friends on. And yeah, so don't worry about that for now. I might not do it, I might. So who knows? But anyway, I've reloaded the server after putting it in. And so I'm going to do, once I fall all the way down here, and change the difficulty because I hear mobs. I'm going to type /tutorial, and there's our message. It says tutorial, you are currently using tutorial v1.0 by MRD Gaming. So, we got it working. Well, anyway, hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment with what you want to see next in this series, tell me what you want to see me code, and yeah, I'll try to learn how to do it. Hopefully I can. No mini games yet. Hopefully I'll get to that point, but not yet. I'll eventually get into that. Hopefully I have some basic ideas on how to. But anyway, again, hope you guys all enjoyed, and see you guys all next time. Goodbye.